and it's Sunday night, and in Australia it's Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. I hope you're having a lovely day, and I hope someone has cooked something lovely for you today. So tonight I'm going to cook something lovely for all of you. My name's Lindy Milan, and every Sunday night at this time I do Facebook Live, and we are travelling the world with our taste buds. We can't travel so much at the moment, but we can with our taste buds. So I think that's a bit of fun, and we've done Greek and Thai and Spanish and French. So I thought, why not do Japanese tonight? I hosted a fabulous tour to Japan last year in May with Mary Rossi Travel, and it was absolutely fantastic. And I just wanted to bring some of those memories back. I think one of the things about traveling is that it's so exciting to eat different food. So you eat different food, you meet different people, you go to different places. And Donna, there you are. You're the first one to say hello. So hello to you. Thank you for all those smiley faces, and it's lovely to see you as well. Yeah, it's amazing that in this time of COVID, when perhaps we feel less connected because we're not going out, we're actually in some ways more connected. And I'm making all of these new friends like you on Facebook Live, and it's a really wonderful thing. So I'm enjoying it very much. Now, as we go through, you can ask any questions you like and I'll answer. Just remember, sometimes with Facebook Live, it takes a minute or two for those questions to come up. At the end, I will, sometime after I finish, I will post the recipes on my website so that you will have them in detail. And of course, as always, do feel free to someone just as logged on as me and said that they're looking forward to a delicious Japanese recipe tonight. Yes, I think Penny, you should be logging on as yourself. So, oh, hi Angela, how are you? She's my Greek lady. So I'm just going to put up my there is my website, and that's where you can go and subscribe to my newsletter that I send out every Friday. So tonight, yes, Japanese. So I thought we'd do yakitori, chicken yakitori, very popular, especially in Tokyo. And we're going to make I can never pronounce it, Okonomiyaki, which are the little pancakes, and they are very popular in Osaka, or Osaka, as I learned it was pronounced when I was there. So I will get underway. Remember, you can ask me any questions you like. So we'll start with the Tare sauce. Now, Tare sauce is the sauce for the chicken yakitori. It's quite similar to a teriyaki sauce, but it's very important in Japan, and it actually is part of, it really forms part of ramen as well. So here we go. We'll just come down here because we're going to combine these things in the saucepan, a small saucepan. So I've got some soy sauce, and then I've got some sake, and sake is very important in this sauce, and I'm going to drink a bit of that too. And then I've got some mirin. Mirin is rice, is a type of rice wine, different. It's not fermented like sake. Then just a little bit of sesame oil, just to get that lovely toasted flavour. And then I've got some brown sugar, and in here I have some grated fresh ginger, and also some grated garlic. Grating garlic's quite good as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop this on and cook it up to make the sauce. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm using chicken breast, but I'm just going to cut these first. So these are green onions, okay? I know in South Australia I think they're called spring onions, but this is what I mean when I say green onions, or in brackets shallots. So we'll just cut the ends off. Incidentally, you can go and pop those ends in a pot or in the garden, and you will find that they will grow. Okay, now you can just scatter green onions over at the end, but usually you do see them on the skewer. So I'm just going to cut some pieces like this. I'll just take off those very dark green bits, but you can still use up the stem and use the green bits. And that'll probably be enough. I'm only making half the quantity. Now in here I've got chicken thigh fillets, okay? I find that they've got much more flavour, so they're the chicken thigh fillets, and I've cut some up, and I'm just going to just cut in about 3 or 4, and then I want some squares because these are going to go on. So this is really finger food, and so just cut like that. I like to leave that bit of fat on. Okay, so now another little tip. I have soaked my skewers. See, my skewers are in water, and that is so that they won't burn. You can actually pop them in the freezer as well. That's another really great way to do them. All right, now my sauce has come to boil. That's great. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop on. You can put on as many as you like, but so on with the skewer, a couple of pieces of chicken. We might as well skewer either end. And of course you can do this with any sort of meat that you like, but chicken is very traditional, and as I said, it's a very popular street food in Tokyo. And you know, I know Tokyo is a big, busy city, but oh, it is absolutely fabulous. I went on an amazing walking tour there where we had different types of street food as we went around through the night. So you can of course make these bigger if you wish. So we'll just skewer them on. There we go. And that's my sauce is bubbling up. So you just have to bear with me while I do this. And then I'm going to, as I said, I'm going to make the Okonomiyaki. And they're the little tiny pancakes with various fillings in. And although you do eat them in all sorts of places, they are very famous in Osaka. And actually I went on another walking tour there. There are lots of fabulous walking tours that you can do in all sorts of places. So what I might do is I might not, there we go, just see how we go here. I might end up putting an extra bit of chicken on each, but it's easier to do it like this and then make sure that you're not going to run out. And so, yeah. Sorry, I'll just put this on first. Yeah, so we're going to have some sake with this. So sake is a fermented rice wine, and the thing is, you don't, back in the day, I know we used to always have sake and we used to drink it. I'm just going to pop an extra one on here. We used to drink it warm, but I tell you what, with the quality sakes these days, you certainly do not. In fact, they're made in very cold places. Right, okay, I'm just going to show you the sauce. There's that sauce, it's nice and thick. Now what you want to do is pour it into a bowl to cool. Now I'm just popping an extra bit on the end here so that I use up all my bits of chicken. There we go. I just cut up 2 of the green onions. You could of course cut up more if you wished. There we are. Right, so now the thing to do is, now normally what I would do is I would cool this sauce and I would marinate for an hour or so. You never put anything in a hot sauce unless you're cooking it straight away. But I am going to cook this straight away. So we'll just make sure this gets nicely marinated in here. And then what's important is we're going to heat up that sauce. So I'll just leave that there for a second. And I'll just see if anyone's got any questions for me. There we go. Okay, let's have a look. And do we have any questions? Angela said hello. I'll just scroll down. There we go. Oh, Lucy Sparkles is there. Cecilia, hi Cecilia, that's nice to see you too. And Lynn, oh, you've been looking forward to Japanese, Cecilia. Thank you. Well, I'm very happy that I can please you. Angie Rice, nice to see you too. And Amanda's got to cook dinner now. She's going to watch later. Okay, Cecilia, yes, I do leave the fat on because it's going to baste as it cooks, and that's really important. Penny wants to know about using reusable metal skewers. Absolutely, you can use those too, and then you don't need to soak them or anything either. Oh, hello Ada. Ada makes amazing Persian food, by the way. Maybe we should do a Persian recipe. What I'm marinating them in, Ada, is there is garlic in there and ginger, and there's soy and mirin and sake. Pretty saucepan, says Vanessa. Thank you. Okay, so what we'll do now is we're going to we'll put them on to cook, because then I've got to get on with my pancakes. So we'll just keep that pan. So we'll just get this warm. Pop the oil in. And look, I use extra virgin olive oil for just about everything. I know I use peanut oil, I think, for the for Thai, but yeah. Now these are fabulous on the barbecue. They're also fabulous under the grill. And when I did a cooking dem, that's not on cooking, it's on cooking. When I did a cooking dem for an information night at the travel agents, I even cooked them in an air fryer, and I found they worked really well in an air fryer. Okay, so these are lovely. So just make sure your pan's hot. Make sure your pan's hot, your oil's hot. I'll start with it hot and then I'll turn it down. It's not quite hot enough because it's not sizzling. We want it to sizzle. There we go. It's going to sizzle. Now, really important tip here. We want to use the rest of this sauce, but it is very important that we don't use it when it's had raw chicken in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape that back into the saucepan, and we're going to heat it up again later. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just pop it on that hot plate over there. It's always an intelligence test, this. Yeah. So it's really important that we bring that sauce to the boil now that it's had raw chicken in it. And Tracy, hi. Hot marinade, yes, that's what I said, Tracy. Yeah, you can use it straight away. You can marinate with hot only if you're going to cook it straight away. Hello, Cherie, nice to see you as well. Okay, so I might just turn this flame down a little now. And I'm going to get on with my pancakes. So here we go. So there you are, Okonomiyaki. Now first of all, here I've got 2 eggs that I'm just going to whisk, and I need a pinch of salt in there. So whisking those, and in here I've got 2 tablespoons of plain flour as well. Just to get that to mix. Then I've got some dark soy. And I've got some toasted sesame oil as well, once again, just for that flavour. Alright, so now I just want to give that a whisk. Really good whisk. Because that was a bit lumpy. Right. Get rid of that. It's time we turn. Now this is okay, great. That's come to the boil, and that's boiled up nicely. So I can pour this in a little serving dish. Okay, that's the Tare sauce. Now you want these sort of dark bits on the yakitori. because, as I said, traditionally cooked over coals, and you get that lovely charcoal. Okay, so back to my pancakes. So now I'm going to put some green onions in. I've already sliced those. And we've got some white cabbage. So we'll just mix this together. And these are very simple. You can put pork and all sorts of things into this. And I'm going to let you in on a secret. I've never cooked these before tonight. So there you go. So we better hope that they're going to work. Looking okay to me. That's what my mixture looks like. Alright, so we'll get this pan on the heat. Alright. There you are. I'll just let that warm up. I'll come back and look at my... Now, it's important that chicken is cooked through. You could always just finish it in the oven, but what I'm going to do now, instead, is just keep an eye on them, and I can always lower the heat. One thing you don't want is undercooked chicken. Okay, I'll just put the last little bit of that in there. Okay, so now we'll put some oil in. This pan's taking quite a long time to heat up, so actually I might just turn that up a little bit. While that's heating, just see if anyone has anything they want to say. No, they don't. There's no. Anyone got any questions? So just to recap, we're cooking chicken yakitori, which is very typical in Tokyo, and we're also making okonomiyaki, or Japanese pancakes. And look, they're a great way to use up any veggies that you've got in your crisper dish. I've used white cabbage, but yeah, so okay, that should be nice and hot now. So let's have a look. So you can cook it in a mould. I have to say sometimes they cook it in a little ring, but I think we'll just... You can cook, as I said, in a mould like, you know, big crouton cutters. Just try and keep those in shape. Let's just get that a bit hotter, I think. Yeah, it's not that hot, that's the problem. Alright. Turn these again. Yes, I'm loving some of those sort of really brown looking bits on there. Okay, I'll pop this over here so it's not in the way. Yeah, that's starting to bubble now. My pan wasn't hot enough. Okay, well in that case I think it's time we had a drink. So I thought we'd have some sake. So I've got some lovely sake here. Sake is actually made in Australia as well. It's made in Sydney. The rice comes from the Riverina, and I did a cooking segment out there. We saw it on Lindy and Herbie's Movable Feast, which I think is still on catch up on SBS Food, and it was great. We went and saw the rice growing, and then I went and saw the sake making process, and then I cooked there, and it's really, really high quality. Hello Connie, nice of you to join us. We're making chicken yakitori and Japanese okonomiyaki, or pancakes. Okay, cheers. Oh, I forget what they say in Japan. I should have looked it up. Oh, beautiful. And I'm having mine cold. I'm not having it hot. So I better make my sauce. I'll just make the sauce for the okonomiyaki. It's quite a simple sauce, actually. It's got tomato ketchup, Worcestershire sauce, some runny honey, and if that thickens up too much you can always put it in the microwave, and some dark soy sauce. And this doesn't have to cook, I can just mix this together, and it's like a barbecue sauce. If you really wanted to cheat, you could probably use a bit of hoisin, even though that's Chinese, not Japanese. Okay, so there's my sauce ready made. Right, let's come back over here. Okay, I might just turn that down now. I love it when a plan comes together. Now that those are a bit more stable, I can put another one in. Yeah, so it's good to press down. So these are vegetarian. Okay. Oh, this is chicken's looking great. I'm just going to turn that down just to make sure it cooks through. All right. So I'm wondering, hi Raylene. Oh, Kampai. Of course, Raylene. Thank you so much. Kampai. Hi, Michelle. Nice to see you there. Oh, Ron, you've never been a fan of Japanese food, but you think the recipe looks amazing. Yeah, well, look, it is. And you know, it's really like teriyaki chicken, and it's something the kids will love as well. So this is for us, though. Angela can smell it from there. Good on you, Angela. Thank you. So what we might do is... but what I want to ask you first, what country should we go to next week? We've done Greece, Spain, Thailand, France, and now Japan. So I need to know where you think we should go next week. Where it's always good to travel with the taste buds. Hi Penny, yeah thanks, it looks delicious. Well, I'm certainly hoping it is. So what we're going to do is serve these. Right, so I think the chicken's ready to go. And I will, so I've got a little tray here and I have my sauce. Sorry, I should bring this down so you can all see. There we go. Alright, so we can just line them up on here. Now what you can do is brush them with the extra sauce if you wish. I don't want to overcrowd this. I think that's enough on there. So I want to take a photo shortly too. So what you can do is, here's my brush, yeah. You can actually brush them with some extra sauce. Oh, yum. Fantastic. And then just sprinkle with some white sesame seeds. Just really highlights the dark bits. So here, there you go, that's what that looks like. And you can see these lovely dark bits. That's very traditional to have those dark bits on there. So I might just pull one out and try to taste that. And we've got to finish, we've got to finish off our okonomiyaki. Yep. Oh, don't they look fabulous. Oh, that'll do for those. I'll cook the other one shortly. Got to do a taste test of this first though. And then I've got to show you how to finish off the okonomiyaki. England. Oh, Sarah Evans from England. I didn't know whether you wanted me to do English food. Oh, Ron wants Mexican. Actually, that's a good idea. I'm very keen on doing anything that I can do in the half hour without too much prep. I nearly killed myself the day I did a tray bake. So I'm just going to have a little taste of this. Oh, so good. So good. So's that. Okay, so there's that one. So now let's present the okonomiyaki. I've got a couple of plates here. So this is how they will be. No, flip it that way. There you go. So then, oh sorry, my bad. Need to bring you down so you can see what I'm doing. Actually, I'll just pop that there. So here we've got the pancake. So now the fun of this is that this is also, you have some barbecue sauce, which we've just made. And then I've got some Kewpie mayonnaise. Now you can buy that in the supermarket now. You can also get a lovely wasabi Kewpie. And with this you just do stripes. Some more stripes. Okay, and then if you wish, some pickled ginger. And I've got some Japanese sprinkles. You can get togarashi, which is a chili flakes, but I've just got, these are just called, sorry, that light's a bit bright. These are just called Furikake, rice seasoning. So you can just see what that looks like there. Sprinkle this over the top. And it's got little seaweed flakes in it, and so there you go. There's what one looks like. So now I better have a taste. I'm pretty pleased with that because I've never made them before. So let's find a fork and let's have a taste. I'm pretty pleased that I got both these done in the time, so I'll just... That's what it looks like, the inside. Oh, so good. Oh, that is absolutely so good. So there you have it. Kampai. So we've got the chicken yakitori with tare sauce. You can use that sauce for anything. And look, you could do chicken drumsticks or anything with that. And of course we've done the okonomiyaki, or the little pancakes. And look, I used cabbage. You could use zucchini or anything. If you do though, you'd want to salt it and drain it and squeeze it so it's not too wet. You could use any sort of grated vegetables in there. But I think they both taste pretty terrific. So I will put them both up on my website. I might just have to eat these first, so they mightn't be going up straight away, but they will go up soon. Well, I think Sarah Evans is saying she's from England. I'm not sure she wants me to do English food. Ron, I'm going to think about Mexican. I think if I can find something quick. Oh, Raylene wanted France. I've done France. We did some salmon rillette. Oh, Vanessa suggested Lebanon. That's a great idea too. Michelle said Australia. Well, they're all Australian. The great thing about Australia is that we cook everything here. I did an interview with a UK magazine about Australian food, and it was very hard to make the woman understand how multicultural we are. And she's saying, well, what's a typical dish? And I said, well, you know, could be anything. You know, could be Asian, could be absolutely anything. So, all right. Ron, have you got a specific idea of what I could do for Mexican? I'm quite liking this idea. I love those... I love Mexican chili powder too. Okay, so yes, and Sarah's saying her daughter likes teriyaki salmon. Yeah, well look, it's very similar. The yakitori sauce is very, very similar. Okay, well, thank you very much. As I said, oh, Sarah says Mexican would be good too, or that egg in tomato thing for breakfast. You'll have to remind me what that is. Yeah, I suppose we could do different meals of the day as well. But that's great. Okay, so do remember, subscribe to my website, www.lindymilan.com, and get my weekly update, which has lots of recipes and things in. Oh, and I'm going to do something fun this Wednesday night. My friend Sophie Hansen has a lovely blog called Local is Lovely, and she was Rural Woman of the Year for Australia a few years ago. She used to work for me years ago at a magazine, and we're going to try and do Instagram Live together, which means she's going to show me how to do it, really. So so there you go. Lynn, thank you. I'm glad you liked that recipe. Vanessa El Brancho, I'm not quite sure what that means. It's a pub that I used to not be allowed to go to when I was a teenager. Anyway, there you go. Okay, thank you so much for your time once again. It's so lovely having you all here. I'm really pleased and that you're enjoying it. Fajitas. Yeah, Raylene. Okay, fajitas. All right. I will be posting. I'll let you know in advance what cuisine we're going to do. But otherwise, that's it from me. I'm about to eat this and kampai.